Hey there, YouTube followers. Michael of Penny War Games, and it seems to me that I haven't made a video in a while. Maybe it's been a week, maybe a little bit longer. But as I was getting ready to sit down here and paint my Chaos Sorcerer Lord, because he's done priming, a thought has come over to me, and it is, well, I haven't played Warhammer at all, or any tabletop game, in I think almost a year now. It's really close. I cannot really tell when the last game I played was. I know what tournament it was, and it was the Clash of the Titans, or Clash for the Titan. It was, this 4 tournament series. Sorry, guys. That the top 3 who won in one of the top 4 tournaments went to this 5th tournament to play. Whoever got the top spot in that 5th tournament won a Warhound Titan. I played in the first 3 of the Clash of Titan tournaments. I lost every time. And at the time, I had been losing a lot, even in practice games and all that. And so, long story short, is I decided I was going to quit playing 40K. Because I really haven't ever played fantasy. I like it. I have, as you guys know, I'm starting Warriors of Chaos. It's going real slow, per se. Just because I want to paint everything that I own before I buy something else. But as I've been sitting here, like, I'm getting ready to paint this guy, and I actually thought of it while I was at work tonight, I actually do want to get back into 40K, because I still have my Necrons, and I know the Necrons got a new codex, so I'm interested in getting it. And I have a small faction of orcs. I think it's 10 boys. It's 10 boys, and I think 5 knobs. I don't know. They're in a box in the other room that I keep from getting dusty, and they look really nice. I know there's a pain boy in there. There's a war boss and a truck. But yeah, I want to get back into 40K. So, I mean, I was thinking about it. I was like, what do I really need to get back in it? I only need the rulebook and the updated codex for Necrons. And that's all I really need. Not bad. I was thinking about it. I'm like, that ain't a lot. I can probably find a 7th edition rulebook on eBay, like a small one. Get it for like probably 30, 40 bucks. And then just go to my local GW store and buy the new Necron codex. So I'm really thinking about doing it, and I knew that with time would come a sense of clarity, like that if I took enough time off and just was just painting, and I sold a bunch of stuff, I would eventually want to get back into it. And truth be told, I want to get back into playing Space Marines, even though Necrons are a great thing. I had my fill of salamanders. Salamanders are my, I've sold the army. I don't own anything Space Marine related. I don't think. There might be a few models over there, but salamanders were the army that got me into it. There's an army I've always wanted to try, and I don't know which codex I'll go with to try it, was the Nova Marines. Nova Marines are an Ultramarine second founding chapter. I like them because of their color scheme, and I'll put a picture at the end that shows it. They're quartered. They're let me see if I can. Do I have a guy here? Okay, I'm just going to show you guys one of the Warriors Chaos guys I have. It's not even getting painted. So it'd be quartered. So like up here would be blue, down here would be blue, white, and white. Or you could go, actually, weird, you could go white, blue. Yeah, you go white, blue, blue, white. So that's how it would be. So you quarter them. So yeah, that's a chapter. From what I remember of the Nova Marines, it's all lore based that I've ever read. Is that their chapter has sort of been splintered because they fight so many wars. They are a space they don't have a chapter planet, or they did, I think, at one time. They got beat up or blown up or something. I don't know. Something happened to where they don't have a chapter planet. So their space marine chapter, and their chapter as a whole has never fought together in a long time. Like there was one time when they fought together as a chapter strength, but for millennia, I think it's been a millennia that they have not fought as one complete chapter, and that there are members in the Nova Marines that have never met the chapter master at all, like because he's changed a couple times, I think. So they've never met like the top ranking guys. It's just like that, which gives me an idea of doing a 40k Space Marine army that I've always wanted to do, which was around 2,000 points. Get a codex, get the best stuff because I've played it before. Just buy the models and paint them, and it's going to be 2,000 points no matter what. I'm gonna get what I want, and I'm not gonna really dabble with anything else for it. Now that being said, they are a Ultramarine successor chapter. So, do I play Codex Space Marines, or do I go the other route, which I really like and I've always wanted to do it, was play Codex Dark Angels, because I am a big fan of plasma. I always was. I always had like eight plasma cannons. I played plasma cannons when no one really liked them. Back when I first started in 5th edition, I was like, hey, plasma cannons, plasma pistols, plasma guns, they're great. What about plasma cannons? Everyone's like, oh, well, you have to roll the overheat. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a small template plasma. And no one really liked them, and I played them, and people were like, wow, you're actually kicking our butts. Because their squads of plasma cannons are awesome, in my opinion. Sure, they don't have the ultimate range, but 36-inch range. You do have to roll the Gets Hot rule. You're going to roll it, but you get your armor save anyways, from what I remember. And yeah, it was just great. So if I play Codex Dark Angels, I get plasma bikes. And Dark Angels, the models that are made specifically for them are just great looking models. I also would play a Raven Wing type army with that, with just plasma guns on the bikes. I'd take attack bikes with multi-meltas because I like multi-meltas. If I'm taking attack bikes, I'm taking multi-meltas. That's the salamander guy in me. But yeah. So I was checking the time, guys. So I mean that's what I want to play. But I honestly don't have to dabble really too much into too much source material. All I need is the rulebook and the updated codex for Necrons, and I can start playing 40k again, which I'm going to say probably by March I'm going to start doing again, because I really want to. I have that itch again, I have the itch to play. It's been such a long time that I want to test things out. Now, is there anything I'd want to buy for Necrons? And yes, I have. There's one model that I love, and I hope they didn't nerf it. They probably did in the new codex, which is the the race, the Canaptic race. I own 6 of them. Eventually, I would like to get 2 more full squads. So I want 12 more models. How I have the 6 I have before I found the invention of whip coils. Because when I first bought them, I'm like, I don't think whip coils are going to be that great, because I didn't really read into them. And then the next 3 have whip coils. So I have 3 with them, 3 without. And of course, the 3 that I have, the whip coils are broken off because it's really crappy. It's a really super thin thing, and they break getting out of the boxes. But yeah, if I were to Necrons, I want to get 12 more Canaptic race. And I'm probably going to model half of them with whip coils and half of them without, just so that I have that means to, because I don't have the codex yet. I probably will buy the codex and determine it, whether I make them all whip coils or do the 50% split. I like the new destroyer. All right, I like the new lord that they got, the overlord. I just like the model, and I think he'd look really good in Santa Cron colors, or Christmas Cron colors. So, that's a plus. Let me see, I'm actually going to look up the Necrons. and because there was something else I really liked, but I never could get around, or I never could get to getting them. Necron Destroyers, I didn't like them. Now, if they got 2 wounds, I would be satisfied because they were toughness 5 with a 3+ save, if I remember. Now, if they got to 2 wounds, I would be really happy because they would be worth the points then. Tomb Bikes is what I've always wanted to try. Even though I would like to have 3 full squads of Canaptic Race, Tomb Bikes, just for speed, that's something that I thought would be cool. I never could get into Treyarch Stalkers. They just felt worthless, and I got rid of them. Let's see what else. Monoliths. I fought against Monoliths, and I get why they're good. I didn't like them. I just didn't like the model. I still don't like the model. It's like a big pyramid, and I get why people like them, and I just don't. I have 2 Doom Scythes that I used. I built them as Doom Scythes, and I always proxied them in as transports. So I'll probably get 2 more of the transport version. Doomsday Arc, I always loved it. I don't own any of them. I always thought it was really good to have a big gun. Annihilation Barge, I own 2 of them. I love them. I really want to probably get 2 more, or at least 1 more, because I'm going to go, when I go back into 40K, I'm going with the premise that there's a Force Organization chart. Yes, there's Unbound. I don't care. Whenever I get to playing it, there's going to be Force Org chart with me. Elites. Let me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking and looking at the website. The Elite section. Yeah, like I said, the Treyarch Stalker. I like it, but I could never get behind it. The Elite section was always hard to get behind. And the Necrons, it was just brutally hard. And now that I see the Catan Shards are in the Elite section, which I think they were before. Flayed ones, man. The problem with the Elite section is that Necrons were Initiative 2. So you have Flayed ones, you have Lich Guard, you have Treyarch, I can't pronounce that. The other thing that the Lich Guard make, they're all Initiative 2, but these are all close combat. That's where the Canaptic Race came in, because Whip Coils said anyone base-to-base contact or within a certain bubble that is Initiative Step 1, and Necron started Initiative Step 2, so they went and hit first. So, that was my only thing. Lich Guard, I considered them the tank hunters because their weapon. I can't. It's the War Scythe. Yeah, there it is. Because the War Scythe doubled their strength and had Armor Bane, which on a Destroyer Lord is just disgusting. These guys, it made them, I think they were Strength 5, so it made them go to Strength 10, and they had Armor Bane. And I think Destroyer Lords had that too. They were Strength 5, made them go to 10, Armor Bane. Or maybe it was they can't take any saves of any kind. I think, yeah, they can't take any saves of any kind, and that included vulnerable saves. So you went through, as long as you wounded them, they were dead. That's why I loved them. But Lich Guard couldn't handle that. Yeah, sure, they're $33 for 5 guys, and I think they were averaging 17. Nah, I think they were in the 20-point range before. I have the old book over there. I just don't choose to get it out. But yeah, they were good, but the Elite section was crap. Before, I have too many just Necron Warriors. I'd like to get some more Immortals. I'd love to get more that are based with the Tesla-based weapons, because I only have 5 of those, and I have 10 with the Gauss. It's just the thing. The new Necron Tesseract Vault or Obelisk, I don't want that. It's something huge. It's like a super flyer. I'm not willing to get into that. It's just, yeah, it's not cool to me. Same with the Necron Troop Transport. I like the Annihilation, or I like the, I said it earlier, but I'm not staring at it. like the Ghost Arc. I just didn't like the Ghost Arc. Everyone who I played with that had Necrons, like, why don't you get Ghost Arcs? Why don't you? Because like 6th edition was out, and at that time, because Necrons were the last codex in 5th to get redone, and 6 was obviously on its way, and there's, Necrons had these weird rules that made more sense in 6, but 6th edition was a real troop-heavy game, and I'm like, why are you putting your troops in transports? Get them on the field. Reanimation protocols are awesome, and everyone gave me crap about it, but I showed them wrong. That yes, Necron warriors by themselves are great. The Ghost Arcs are good. I won't deny it. I just didn't like them. I didn't find them worth their points. What else was there? I don't even know why my phone's going off. Oh, game. Yeah, whatever. And then, like, there were certain. Oh wow, they actually made a model for that guy. There are certain models like HQ choices that I loved. Enrican the Traveler, I actually think I still have that model. He has a broken war sight. That guy was great. I loved him. Okran the Diviner, he's a new one. He's like the Cryptech. No, there's the Cryptech guy. Okran the Diviner, he's another Cryptech HQ. I think he's brand new, or he was subbed in. I don't know. Yeah, Destroyer Lords, awesome sauce. I don't even know if those things are actually in the game anymore, because those were an upgrade. So I hope Necron Destroyer Lords are still there. If someone out there knows, please tell me. Put it in the comment. Oh, upgrade back there. Let me see. Yep, Destroyer Lords. Boom, right there in the upgrade section. Yeah, that thing is just great. I wish more people saw more wealth than that. What you do is you put your Necron Destroyer Lord in the middle of a group of Canactic Race. That's how I did it, because they have a 3+ invulnerable. He has a 2+ if you armor him out right. You run him up the field. You say, okay, I got this 3+ invulnerable save, so that way, the Canactic Race are chewing up heavy fire. I generally always, if there was tanks on the field, I diverted them off. Like, I get up close to what I want, he'd split off, charge the tank, they go off and charge a troop choice. Awesome stuff. Yeah, it worked. I really do miss playing Necrons. I really do. And I think that's what finally got me wanting to play 40k again, is how much I miss playing my Necrons. Just, don't get me wrong, I do miss playing Tyranids. I have been working on the Carnifex. I actually plan on working on him some more, actually, tonight. Because I'm doing the purple with the black. I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with Scything Talons and, all like the hooks and stuff. But what I'm probably going to do for a dry brushing on the black is either use one of the 2 colors. And it really depends on which color is feasible. Right here. It might not have to. It might not be that color then. It's probably going to be skink blue. It's either going to be skink blue. Actually, it's going to be a number of my dry brushes. I just don't know yet. Skink blue, Helion green, and there's actually another one I think would look pretty cool on it. Actually, there's 2. I'm only going to pick 2 of the 3. Skink blue, Helion green, or Changeling pink. Changeling pink would probably be more appropriate, considering it ties in with the purple. But I don't know. So yeah, I'm actually going with a lot of ideas right now. It doesn't mean I'm going to give up on fantasy. Basically, what's going to happen with fantasy is I'm going to wait till 9th edition launches, because I've always said that 9th edition was going to be the edition I get into. It's just, it's a fresh restart for everyone. It'll allow me to bounce in and learn the rules as everyone else is learning them. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much easy. I'm just going to buy the models I like right now for Warriors Chaos. Let's just face it. I am digging the models. And same token is if I could find a group of guys here that would play War Machine or Hordes, on a regular basis, I'd bounce into that game real quick. I am a huge Legion of Everblight fan. Huge Legion of Everblight fan. I had the army once, sold it. Then I got it a second time, and I was getting ready to buy an Archangel. I was going to buy 2 of the Archangels. I actually put one in like this glass case and never move it. And then I had a family member destroy everything. I had models on a shelf behind me. It was over here on this wall originally. They came in here and just destroyed everything. I had a lot of Legion of Everblight models just destroyed overnight, and I couldn't fix them because they're metal models. They broke, they were bent. There was a lot of non-repairs. It was probably close to $300-400 in models that I lost overnight, and at that point I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. And I was like, you know what? These got destroyed. I love the models. I loved how they looked, and I loved how they played. I really do still like how Legion of Everblight plays, but I couldn't. That was my. I couldn't live with it. I was like, I can't live with my models being broke. Like, to this day, I'm still like, wow, that sucked, and all that money down the drain, all that time, and my good friend was here, and he was here witnessing me break down. He saw me crying, and I mean, it was really bad. It was a bad day because I had other stuff broken, and I had a lot of Space Marine stuff broke. But Space Marine was plastic, so I could heat it up a little and fix it. But yeah, that was sucked. But I'd love to get into Legion of Everblight. If nothing else, I might still get an Archangel model just because I like it. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't care. It's like a $120 model. It's a huge off dragon. So yeah, guys. I know this is going to be one of my longer videos. But yeah. Tell me what you guys think. Should I jump back into 40K? I really want to. I really, really do. I just have that itch to play a tabletop game. I have that itch. Like when I first got into 40K, I was real big into playing like 2 or 3 times a week. And right now I've got that itch. I've got that hunger. I have come to terms with my painting skill. I think I do a great job. If people want me to paint stuff for them, okay. If they don't, more power to them. I'm just like, I'm itching to get back into it. Tyranids is something I'd like to do eventually. Tau, like, yeah, it's really odd. I like Tau. I like Tau models. I would never want to buy them or paint them. They're a terribly expensive army. Orcs, I'm going to work on eventually. That's sort of on the back burner because I wasn't playing 40K. I got done painting what I had, and I'm like, I'm not going to play. So, orcs are probably, if I get back into playing 40K with my Necrons, I'm probably going to start buying orc stuff again. It's just how it is. So, as far as the other armies go, I have basically bought every army. I have bought models from every army except for Imperial Knights, Imperial Guard, the Militia Tempest, the Assassins. So basically the Inquisition guys, like the non-Space Marine guys, and Dark Eldar. I had bought models for Eldar, and the Adaptus Assortes, whatever the Sisters of Battle. Yeah. I bought Blood Angel models. I played them for a brief time. Chaos Demons. I did that for Fantasy and 40K at one time. Chaos Space Marines. I had the Alpha Legion. Dark Angels. I damn near played them once. As much plasma as I brought to the table. Grey Knights. They're Space Marine faction. I think they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I just wouldn't play them. Maybe one day I will. Imperial Knights. I don't know. They're expensive. Orcs, like I said, Space Marines are great. I played Space Wolves for a time, and I just couldn't figure them out. Tau, great models. Tyranids, I'm itching to get my bug back on, and I'm probably going to do it very slowly. It seems like the armies that I have had great success with, I have built very, very slowly over time. Like Necrons, it took me like they came out, and it took me about a year to 2 years to get an actual like 1,500 points. Or no, it took me 6 months actually, but I didn't buy a battle force. I just grinded very slow. With Tyranids, I'm probably just gonna end up getting the Tyranid Swarm, which is something I'm thinking about getting with my tax refund, guys, or something along those lines. You know, I'm thinking about doing something crazy like getting the Tyranid Swarm. If I decide to go with Tyranids as my first big jump back into 40k, there's a shit ton of models with this thing. Oh my god, there's so many models. And plus I get another Carnifex model, which, as you guys know, I like this one. So, alright guys, I know this video is going to be like a half hour. Is about running 30 minutes now. This is just sort of I want to get back into Warhammer 40k. I really want to start playing, guys. I really, really, really do. I don't know what came over me the last week. It started brewing about a week ago. I started thinking about it, and it really hit me today. I was getting ready to come in here, start kicking some ass, and I was just like, I gotta create a video about mine, wanting to get some 40k on. So man, the more I look at it, the more I really do want to do Tyranids again, and probably go with this paint scheme once I figure it out. So, all right, guys, this is Michael of Painting War Games, signing out. As always, keep gaming.